2017. Once again, what a year. Plenty of ups and plenty of downs, of course. Kicking it off from our 2016 video, we started the new year in Warburton, because the new year always starts in Warburton. After Warby, I shouted my family on a trip to Bright. Spent lots and lots of time in the water and found so many cool new waterholes. The rest of the summer seemed to be spent back and forth from Brighton Beach and plane spotting. A lot of plane spotting, per usual. Then along came Hamish's birthday. This was our biggest holiday yet. We went to the USA for the very first time. It was finally a dream come true. Got absolutely thrown out by the time zones and fell in love with Times Square. Spent an entire day in the blistering cold at Central Park and even got to see my childhood hero, Balto. Did the most amount of walking ever each day, exploring the concrete jungle. We fell in love with the whole city, the pace, the culture, but most of all, the buildings. Went up Empire State at midnight and we were the only ones there. Explored Lower Manhattan, seen the 9/11 Memorial, the amazing Westfield Building, Statue of Liberty, Brooklyn and Manhattan bridges, and we even found Cassie Neistat's office. Our final day at New York, after so much walking and 99-cent pizza, we spent almost a whole day amazed by the views of the top of the rock at Rockefeller Center, my new favourite high-rise building. We got so many amazing photos and videos up there. Sad to say goodbye to New York, we then said hello to sunny California. At this stage, we both fell very, very sick and did not enjoy most of our experiences at LA. However, looking back at all this footage, LA did have some pretty amazing features. We visited Warner Brothers Studios, we slid down the slide of LA Skyspace, and visited some of California's beautiful beaches. Things weren't going so well after we got back from America, with one of our last little getaways to our favourite lookout in Wilson's Prom. Unfortunately, at this stage, things weren't looking too bright for Hamish and I, and we went our own ways. In this time, we really discovered ourselves and spent so much time with our family and friends. I then shouted my family for a trip to Vivid Sydney, which I was dying to show them. It was my parents' first time on a plane in over 30 years. I showed them my passion for Sydney, the beaches, the city, and the love for my favourite place in the world. We spent so much time bonding as a family, we didn't get to see too much of Vivid. So once again, the week after, I booked tickets and went back to Sydney. This time, all by myself. This is where I truly found myself on this trip, as it was the most spontaneous and bravest decision I'd ever made to do everything all by myself.
I'm about to take the first flight ever by myself up to Sydney. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared.
After a week of ups, unfortunately it had to come crashing down. My best friend of 17 years unfortunately passed away. May you rest in peace, Sasha. A few weeks later, it was my 21st birthday. Even though I wasn't with Hamish at this stage, I still managed to wind back up in Queensland, as my birthday is always spent in paradise. It was a girls' weekend away, my mum, sister and I. This was such an amazing trip, as I got one of the best rooms at my favourite Gold Coast hotel, an amazing helicopter ride with the most amazing views. It was certainly one of the best experiences ever. We even got to hire a car in Queensland for the very first time, and we got to visit so many cool places and beautiful waterfalls. It was certainly a birthday to remember. Oh, and besides from all the above, I forgot to mention on my birthday, just before our flights to Brisbane, I was a bit spontaneous yet again and bought a Jeep. Once again, one of the best and non-regrettable decisions ever.
I bought a Jeep! Shut up!
Something, however, didn't feel right, spending my birthday without someone. Little did I know he felt the exact same way. So after arriving back from Queensland, we went on some little getaways, with of course one of our first stops being Sydney. It was here that everything fell back in place and chapter 2 unfolded. It was here that we fell in love and knew everything had happened for a reason. We remade plans for our future and made a goal to be in our dream apartment we originally fell in love with back in 2016, before the new year ended. Although it took a lot of hard work to get there, in between we did what we did best. We didn't let a day go to waste and we travelled. These trips included the snow, because I love the snow, multiple trips to Melbourne CBD, Bendigo, Marysville and Holsgap, just to name a few places. Finally, after all the in-between hard work to finally move out and get our own place, December 1st became the start to an all-new chapter. December 1st marks the date we finally achieved our dream, and we now live in our dream home. The same one back in 2016 we said we would be in. Law of attraction. Although we still ended the last few days of 2017 in Warpton, for the first time ever, the year didn't end in Warpton. Instead, it ended in a place we now like to call home sweet home. At the start of the year, we said we would watch the New Year's fireworks from our very own balcony. And guess what? We certainly did. 2017, what a year. And oh, do I hope 2018 I can say the exact same.